Hello everyone. In this video, we will start unit 5th, that is frequency domain analysis or frequency response analysis. And here we will determine the output of a system for a sinusoidal input. We will determine frequency response specifications like resonant peak, resonance frequency, and bandwidth. Then we will draw the polar plot. Then we will draw the Nyquist plot of a system to judge stability using Nyquist stability criteria. We will also draw the Bode plot for magnitude and phase of a transfer function and determine relative stability of a system in terms of gain margin and phase margin. We will also see the effect of addition of a pole to the forward path transfer function and effect of addition of a zero to the forward path transfer function. So before starting unit 5th, first we have to know what is frequency response and what are the advantages of frequency response analysis. So frequency response means frequency response. So here frequency response means steady state response of the system to a sinusoidal input signal. The response of a linear constant coefficient system to a sinusoidal input signal is an output signal, already we know, at the same frequency as the input. But magnitude and phase of output signal may differ from those of input signal. And the amount of difference is a function of input frequency. So if we consider any system when any system is subjected to sinusoidal input, suppose r of t equal to a sine omega t, the output of the system is also sinusoidal, having different magnitude and phase angle, but with the same frequency, that means omega. So for the system we can write output as c of t equal to b sine omega t plus phi. So in input signal, A will define magnitude, omega will define frequency. In output, B will define magnitude, phi will define phase angle, omega will define frequency. So we can say when any system is subjected to sinusoidal input, the output of the system is also sinusoidal, having different magnitude and phase angle but same frequency, omega radian per second. So frequency response analysis implies varying omega from 0 to infinity and observing corresponding variations in the magnitude and phase angle of the response. Now let us see advantages of frequency response analysis. Advantages of frequency domain analysis or frequency response analysis. We have several advantages of frequency response analysis. First advantage is that sinusoidal test signals for various ranges of frequencies and amplitudes are easily available. Second advantage is that analysis is easy even for higher order systems, as there exist a number of plots which are not limited by size of the system. Third advantage is that systems noise sensitivity can be analyzed with frequency response, or you can say in frequency domain it is very easy to visualize the effects of noise disturbance and parameter variations. Fourth one is that the absolute and relative stability of a closed loop control system can be estimated from the knowledge of the open loop frequency response. Last is the transfer function describing the sinusoidal steady state behavior of a system is obtained by replacing S with j omega in the system transfer function. The transfer function then becomes the function of a complex variable j omega, and it has a magnitude and phase angle. The magnitude and phase angle can be graphically plotted, and it will provide significant insight into the analysis and design of control systems. So we have different advantages of frequency domain analysis or frequency response analysis. Now let us see disadvantages of frequency response analysis. So main drawback of frequency response analysis is that for system with a very large time constant, frequency test is cumbersome to perform, as the time required for the output to reach steady state for each frequency of test signal is long. Therefore, frequency response analysis is not recommended for the system with large time constant. If we have any system with large time constant, in this case, if we will perform frequency test, it will require more time for the output to reach steady state for each frequency of test signal is very long. Therefore, frequency response analysis is not recommended for the system with large time constant. So this is a main drawback, or you can say main disadvantage of frequency response analysis, or you can say frequency response methods are time consuming. But we have so many advantages, that's why we can ignore disadvantage, and we will use frequency response analysis for the control system. Now let us see what do you mean by frequency response plots. Frequency response plots. So here a transfer function, suppose g of s, can be described in the frequency domain by the relation Gj omega equal to G of S, where S equal to J omega. G of S, you know, it is a open loop transfer function. If we will put S equal to J omega, we have a transfer function in the frequency domain. So here you can say G is function of a complex frequency. We can write it as R omega plus J x omega. R omega is a real part of Gj omega, and x omega is a imaginary part of Gj omega. Suppose this is my equation first. Transfer function can also be represented in polar form, according to Gj omega equal to magnitude of Gj omega, phase of Gj omega, suppose phi omega. We can write it as m phi. M means magnitude, phi means phase angle, and we know magnitude is given by under root of real square plus imaginary square. So we can write m or magnitude of Gj omega equal to real part of under root real part is square plus imaginary part is square, or you can say R omega square plus x omega square. So with the help of this we can calculate the magnitude of Gj omega. Similarly, phase angle is given by phi equal to or you can say phi omega, or you can write angle of Gj omega equal to tan inverse imaginary upon real. Imaginary means x omega, real means R omega. Suppose this is my equation second. So we can say as the frequency varies from 0 to infinity, magnitude and phase angle will also vary. The graphical representation of the frequency response of the system Gj omega can be obtained from equation first or from equation second. Variations in magnitude m and phi of Gj omega, as omega, the input frequency is varied from 0 to infinity, can be obtained by different methods. Commonly used methods to sketch such frequency response for given system are Bode plot. You can say Bode plot, second polar plot, third Nyquist plot, and fourth one is m phi plot. But here, according to the syllabus, we will discuss Bode plot, we will discuss polar plot, and we will discuss Nyquist plot. So this is all about introduction of frequency response analysis. advantages of frequency response analysis, disadvantages of frequency response analysis, and about frequency response plots or sinusoidal response of a system. So in frequency response plot, we will study about Bode plot, polar plot, and Nyquist plot. Thank you.